This is gonna be fucking weird. And this is gonna be so awkward, but you guys gave me all the support that I needed, and like reassurance. So shout out to you guys. Hey guys, it's Britt, and just Britt. I know this is gonna be so fucking awkward. I feel so weird doing this, but I love the podcast so much that I feel like I just couldn't let it go. Like I could not get rid of it. Um, but yeah, Jess is no longer on the podcast. I'm not gonna go into it just because it's just no one's business. Things happen, vibes don't match, things don't align, people don't agree on certain things, and it just happens. So, with that being said, I wanted to, because I know a while ago, like I asked, well, Jess and I had asked, like, what you guys wanted to talk about, like some topics. And one of them was losing friends and making new friends and like navigating that. And I think this would be like a good topic, not saying anything like whatever with me and Jess. I'm just saying like it's a good topic to start off on because like, you know, you get so close to someone and things happen and it's okay. Like it's okay if you're not friends with someone anymore. And I think people need to like remember that like you don't have to stay friends with people, like even if it was, you know, a friend you've had for a very long time, you guys have like shared like great memories together or whatever. I think it's okay to like let people go, um and like nothing bad had to happen or something bad may have happened, but like if they're just not your vibe, they're not your vibe. And I think like I was talking to my other friend yesterday and I'm like, you know, people don't understand how hard it is like in the military, like when you're a military family or a military spouse, I should say, making new fucking friends all the time is so exhausting. I am not good at making friends. I don't like people. So it's like it's very hard for me to open up, I guess, even though I'm a very open person. It's just like a different level of openness. So I just like kind of stay to myself, stay to what I know. And I can't give advice on making friends because I absolutely suck at it. And it just like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not one to force like a friendship or force a relationship because it's like it never works out. So, like I said, if it happens, then great. Like if we vibe, we vibe. But with that, I feel like you don't truly know someone like right away. I don't know. So it's like hard. For me, it's like if I don't vibe with someone, I'm not going to pretend. So if I don't like someone, I'm not going to pretend to like that person. You know, like I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, we have, like, I like what you like. Like, no, that's just not me. It has to be like a true, genuine vibe and connection. And like friendships are important. Like, yeah, like you have your spouse, you have your kids, whatever, family. But friendships are important. But it's also important to realize, like, if they don't match your vibes or like you don't agree with the things they do, their behaviors or their like characteristics or whatever, you don't need to like just stay friends with that person. Let them go. And as like you get older, I think you realize like when you are friends with somebody who like you just don't agree with like the things they do or you know you don't like their behavior, like whatever, it becomes an exhausting friendship. And honestly, at 31, 31, I think I'm 31, I don't know, at 31 years old, I do not have time for exhausting friendships. Like, I want to hang out with somebody who makes me like happy and laugh. As corny as that sounds, like I just want to be at peace. I don't want to worry about like if I say something, are they going to feel attacked when I'm just telling them like how I feel, or I wouldn't do that if I were you, or you probably shouldn't say that or do that. Like, you know, you at the end of the day, you do what you want, but I'm going to tell you what I think about it because that's the type of friend I am. And like to piggyback off that, I'm so fucking sick and tired of everyone telling me, oh, you know what I appreciate about you, or you know what I love about you, Britt, is that you're a very blunt person. You'll tell me exactly what I don't want to hear. And I'm like, yeah, like that's just the type of person I am. But then when it comes down to it, they don't fucking like it. They don't fucking like it at all. They throw it in my face saying I'm a mean person, I'm a mean girl, what the fuck ever. And it's just like, wait a second, you told me you liked that about me. Whatever. So I guess it's just like my time to just shut my mouth, I guess. But like also whose peace is that keeping? Because I hate when people say like, and this is not anything to my mother-in-law because she always tells me this, and I know she's like coming from a good place when she tells me this, and most of the time it's true. I'm not going to go batshit crazy like I used to anymore because it like does nothing. It's just not worth it to me. But silence is the best answer or the best response or whatever, and I'm just like, is it though? Like for who? Who is being silent like best for? Because I have a lot to say and they should hear it and everyone should hear it. Like if that person hurts me, like I want everyone to know. But then I got to a point where it's like, you know what? It's not worth it. So like while I do speak my truth and speak my piece, I'm not gonna go to the extent of like what I used to do. And if you know, you know, the old me, I was crazy. Like it used to be like a running joke, like, oh, I'm Brittany Lee fucking Pona because I always used to say that, like when I would like go off on someone, like you don't know who you're messing with, like that honestly makes me cringe because I'm not that person anymore. But I don't know. So and also like my best friend back from back home, she's like, Britt, don't come out of character for anyone. Like you've come such a long way. Don't come out of character. And I'm like, you're right. You're right, but I still have a lot to say. And then my my brother's girlfriend, Paige, she's like, just write it in your notes. Just write everything down in your notes and that's it. And I'm like, okay, fine. That's on growth. But no, if friends are just like honestly becoming exhausting to you, then just let them go. There's no point in a friendship who like takes more out of you than what they're giving. And you can outgrow people. That's a thing too. Like outgrowing your friendships, it's a thing. It happens. And while it sucks because you're not best friends with Sandy from kindergarten anymore, you can't force to be friends with people. You can't force like that friendship to keep going just because you've been besties since kindergarten. You outgrow people, and that's kind of like a very important thing to realize, I think, as like you're growing up because like when you're like a teenager or like even in your like early 20s, I feel like having a lot of friends is like a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have all the girlfriends, you go out and you do all these things together, but then it's like as you get older, like one or two one or two good, genuine friendships, I'm good with that. Like, that's all I need. I don't need a whole ass group of girlfriends worrying about who said this, who pissed this person off. Like, because I'm worrying about what kid pissed what kid off in my house. Like, what Brooke did to Natalie and what Natalie did to Brooke and what DJ did. Like, that's what I'm worried about. I don't want to worry about anyone else's bullshit. I got my own bullshit going on. And, like, another thing I wanted to talk about, like friendships, is as being a military spouse, I see like my best friends. I have two best friends back home, Paige, who's my brother's girlfriend, but she's my best friend, whatever. Um, Paige and Alyssa. And like like they're not even like my best friends, they're like family at this point. But like watching them and it's gonna sound jealous. I'm not jealous, but it's just like, man, what the fuck? Like watching them go out with their friends back home and like doing the things that like I know I would be a part of if I was home, but I'm never home. Like either I live in another state or I live over an ocean. So, and it's just like that's hard because it's like I like in the beginning when I first went to Missouri, and I kind of felt like really left out, like a lot. And then I don't know, time went on and I kind of got used to it, but it still sucks like seeing them like hang out with all their friends. Like Alyssa just had a Friendsgiving, and I'm like, damn, I wish I was there. Thanks for the invite. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, but it's stuff like that. It's like that's really hard, I think, because it's like you kind of feel like you're being replaced, but like, you know what, you're not. And like, the reason why I've been friends with these girls for so long is because like I don't need to put any effort into their friendship. And same for them. They don't need to put any effort into ours. Like, meaning, well, effort is important, but I mean, like, we don't need to talk all day, every day. Those friendships who talk all day, every day, can't be bothered. Can't be me. I don't want to do it. I'm sorry. But if that's who you are, we automatically cannot be friends because I cannot talk to someone 24/7 or like be on the phone all the time. Like in my free time, I like to think my own thoughts. Like me and Alyssa, I think we FaceTime the other day for the first time in months. It was like nothing ever happened. We like text, obviously, probably at least once a week we text, sometimes more. Same thing with Paige, but like we don't need to do that. And like that's why I love their friendship so much, and that's why I value their friendship so much. And like we will never have any issues because it's just like it's so easy, and like that's what friendship should be. And like my friend Jenna here, same thing. It's so easy. You know, we don't have to see each other all the time. We don't have to always go out for dinner or go out and do things. We can literally just chill on my couch and do nothing while the kids are screaming in the playroom. Like we don't need that. Those are the type of friendships I like. So I am very picky when it comes to my friends, and rightfully so, because my friends, like I consider them family because I don't have a lot of family. So my friends become my family and they become very important people in my life. So if you're bringing like negative shit to my life 24/7, I can't. I just can't. And I'm sorry. I understand everyone has their own things going on. And while I'm here for you all the time, absolutely. But like all day, every day, I just can't be bothered. And it's like, same thing goes to like, if I can't stand by your behavior, you know, those like, don't get me wrong, like, if one of my friends commit a crime and like, I got you. But no, I'm just kidding. But also, like, I feel like when you're my age and the friends I have, like their age, like, bad behavior is just like, it's not a flex. It's kind of like cringy. It shows more about your character and who you are. So it's like, if you're out cheating on your husband all the time, I don't really like, I can't really agree with that. You know what I mean? Or like vice versa. Like, I have a guy friend, which I don't, but you know what I mean? And like, or if you're like, constantly talking to other guys or constantly talking to other men, you know, I don't agree with that. And like if I tell you I don't agree with that, or like with whatever you do, and I tell you I don't agree with what you're doing, and you take it as an attack, it's like, well, what the heck? You know what I mean? Um, I like you should be told like you're wrong for your behavior, and that just makes you a better person. And like how you take that criticism also shows who you are too, you know. And like Jess and I have talked about on the podcast multiple times, like accountability, like just taking accountability for like the things you do. And I think that's like a huge part too. um and but like also, while I'm saying all this, like a friendship should not be hard. Like a friendship should just be kind of effortless, easy. Like you know who like, you know who you like, and you know who you don't like, and you don't need to force friendships. Um, and like making new friends, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's so hard. Like I was at Whiteman for 5 years, and I had we had one really like good set of friends. Zach was friends with her husband. I was friends with her. The Rixies, shout out, love you guys. But them, and then my friend Jewel, who I met in the police academy, we had like a little bit of an issue, like after we moved out with each other. But that was like also like we became best friends. We went on the same shift, working 12 hours. She was my partner essentially, so she was on the same exact shift, same days off. Then we decided let's move in together. Um, and I think we just got sick of each other, and we're like, okay, like enough's enough. But she was always there for me though, like through my worst moments, and like I was there for her like through her worst moments. So she's like a good friend that I'll always keep, even though everyone thought we were lesbian. we weren't, but whatever. And then, Nick and Jenna, like, they were at Whiteman with us and now they're here. And it's just like, you know your people, like, right? You can't like fake it or whatever. So I don't know. I think it's just if they don't serve you or they just bring too much like stress and chaos and exhaustion to you, just let them go. It's not worth it. Like literally it's not worth it because you can just let them go. And you don't have to be mean about it either. Like no one's saying to be mean about it. Just let them go. Move along. And that's it. But I don't want this to be too long because I feel super awkward. I'm like sweating, honestly. But I wanted to come back because you guys all, I might cry. No, you guys all told me like, no, do it, Britt. Like your voice matters. Do it. Like we love listening to you. We love the podcast, and I like did not think like people like actually care that much. I I literally thought like this is just therapeutic for me. Like my friend Jenna, who came on last episode, she was like, "Wow, that was so therapeutic. Like that was so much fun." I'm like, "I know. Like it really is so much fun." And like I don't know, just like that release I need. So I didn't want to give up on it. So we'll see. If anyone wants to be a guest and you're in Germany, or I guess like even not in Germany, we can do like a virtual one. I just have to figure that all out. Um, but yeah, I need some guests. I will do it still by myself. But yeah, if you guys just give me some, I guess I'll ask on social media, like, so look out for that for like different topics you guys want to hear about, things that are important to you guys. I want to know what's important to you guys that you guys like maybe want to get like an opinion on. Um, and anonymously is fine also. And then, yeah, well, I guess we'll just go from here. It's a journey. I'm excited for this. I'm happy I didn't give up on it. I'm proud of myself. And yeah, it's okay to be proud of yourself. So, all right. Bye, guys. Cheers.